28 minutes past 10. Clock's going forward at 1 a.m. tonight. Means you'll lose an hour of sleep, of course. It'll mark the end of winter, the beginning of British summertime. And it's designed to make greater use of daylight during the warmer months. But daylight saving time can be divisive. The Labour MP, Alex Maher, has called for a debate on scrapping the change altogether, saying the country needs a major overhaul of time. The government has confirmed they have no plans to change the daylight savings system. Dr Lindsay Browning is a sleep expert, psychologist, member of the British Sleep Society. Hello, Lindsay.
Good afternoon, or good evening even.
Good evening, good evening. So does it really affect us that much, losing an hour of sleep?
Well, there is definitely the day tomorrow. So after losing an hour's sleep, after the spring clock change, there is a significant, not huge, but significant peak in car accidents and heart attack risk the next day, because when people don't miss an hour's sleep, that actually increases our risk, of things like that happening. Our reaction times are slowed, we feel sluggish, we might feel more groggy during the day because of that lack of sleep, as well as the fact that our circadian rhythm will be in the slightly wrong place because we're used to going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. And if we shift that by an hour, we kind of give ourselves a jet lag feeling.
Really? Our circadian rhythm, what on earth is that?
Well, if you've ever gone to another country in a different time zone, you'll have experienced jet lag. And our circadian rhythm is our internal, our 24-hour clock. Basically, our bodies know kind of what time it is without needing to look at a clock. And of course, if we then change the time, our bodies are still in the old time zone. So tomorrow morning, even though your clock might say it's 7 a.m., your body will think it's 6 a.m. and feel really, really tired and not want to get up to make your mum that cup of tea because it's Mother's Day.
So is there an internal... I waken up at 6:30 every morning. I've got an alarm to waken me up. It's very rare I need that alarm. My body wakes up just before it. So is there a clock actually ticking or counting, or how does that work inside
Kind
your
of,
body?
Yeah, you might have heard of melatonin as the sort of sleep-promoting hormone. So our circadian rhythm regulates all sorts of production of hormones through the day, and it produces our hunger. So we get hungry at the same kind of time each day. We produce melatonin to help us go to sleep at the same kind of time each day. So our circadian rhythm affects all sorts of aspects of our body, basically keeping us in track with the time. And we can influence our circadian rhythm and help it by making sure we get lots of bright light exposure during the day. So tomorrow morning, people should get outside early in the day, first thing in the morning, to get some natural daylight exposure, because that will help you to reset your circadian rhythm to make you feel more awake and alert and help you to fall asleep more easily tomorrow night.
And who says that keeping the circadian rhythm constant is a good thing?
Well, there's lots of studies. We know that science shows that when we shift our circadian rhythm, when we do shift work, for example, people who work nights, who work lates, earlies, if you're going to bed at a different time one day to the next, actually that's associated with poorer health outcomes. So people, if they go to bed at a regular time every day, get up at the same kind of time every day, they have a sort of traditional standard circadian rhythm, they tend to be a lot healthier than those who sometimes might go to bed at 9 p.m, other times 2 a.m, other times
really
work through the night.
That's really interesting. So if you have people, many people obviously will be on shift patterns where they might be working in factories, getting up early in the morning, Monday to Thursday, Monday to Friday, and then they get a lie on the weekend. So is there a logic to getting up at the same time at the weekend, whether you're working or not?
So if you're in charge of your own schedule and you can get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single day, then it's much better to do that if you can at the same time each day. But if you're doing shift work and perhaps you're just simply not able to get enough sleep during the working week, then catching up at the weekend to get a bit of extra sleep to top that up is important, because it's better to get some sleep at that time than not, but better to get the right amount of sleep every single day.
Just finally, Lindsay, though, it's never been agreed what enough sleep is. It varies person to person, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. So the science shows that people who regularly sleep, generally between 7 to 9 hours, are healthier than those who sleep, say, 5 or less or 10 or more. But that doesn't mean that 8 is the exact number. Everyone is different. We all have different sleep needs. Some people will need nearer 7, some maybe nearer 9.
And this is the last question. I've got to go to the news, but I did hear you right. You've said that tomorrow statistically there will be more car crashes. There's
And
likely to
heart
be more
attacks.
car crashes and heart attacks
Yeah, but it's only a
because of losing
small,
that hour's
yeah.
sleep.
Yes, exactly. There is a small but significant blip, an increase in car accidents, and heart attacks are likely to happen tomorrow due to this clock change. So, yeah, there is a lot of argument for not moving them, because every time you have to move the clocks, we affect everyone's circadian rhythm and cause everyone to have to reset their clocks.
Dr. Lindsay Browning, thank you very much.